Yeah, you heard it. Okay. Favorite. Mi kapi kangi ueda kangceru, ai stepet ka ueda octagon. Stesi inke mish patrasta. Ashkati karch, shata, karch ashkati. That's ashkati. Ashkati, prsa ashkati. Yeah, don't mind push you back. Good, work that limber, let's go. Good, good, good. Snap it, snap it, snap it. Beautiful, you. Jump in, go in the ring with
Smash.
Давай! Давай! Good!
Что случилось? Засудили.
Засудили.
You said to me short training.
Sure.
It's already 1 hour, more than 1 hour.
No, it's easy.
So easy, coach. So easy.
So easy.
I've never seen easier training in my life.
Now can, what did you say? Now can beat Hamza?
Nobody
No one?
beat me here. Bro, win is
Train
win.
hard.
Win is win. His shit is soft. 175 now?
Yep.
Серьезная похота, да, здесь? Если вы еще не засуживали, брат. Не, брат, они время... Я вот там, понял, 35 секунд делал, еще не останавливается, понял?
Какой не останавливайся? Это ты делал. Время говорит, ты 2 это больше делал. He did 4.3 torch, but just he fell.
Oh yeah, I thought he's cheater.
Coach.
His technique is
Coach. You can bring any fighters on the bike, on this thing. On this thing, on the bike, nobody can beat.
You just lost.
I beat you.
Coach.
Come on.
You know why.
Один раз это премис.
Брат, какой армянин, брат, надо спорить, брат.
Okay, you ready? Get it?
Даже если проиграл, а до конца спорить, что и проиграл.
Don't drop it on. Make sure you set. Good. Good. Roll up. Good.
One, three.
Yeah, 3 rounds. Yeah, 3 rounds.
Ага. Ага. 2-1. Ага. 3-1. Брат, nobody can beat the shot. So you don't step back. So if you see that it's coming.
See it.
But have you seen like people who's coming like oh good.
BAM! It don't matter really what you do, you know, because when you fighting, you gotta work on your instincts. You gotta work on just reacting, your reactions. So whatever you do, I'll be ready for it because I'm working on that in training.
Yeah.
It really don't matter what you do. But I like to fight inside. So
In MMA, it's not gonna. This one is not happen. It's always like.
yeah, I know that's what I'm
Clinch.
saying. Yeah, y'all always like this.
Yeah, and then knee.
What's your thing harder though? Boxing or wrestling? Boxing or UFC? MMA.
Boxing.
Boxing, 100%.
What's the hardest sport? 100%. Because you started training MMA at 20 years old and become a champion. But like boxing, it's almost
Never.
impossible.
Never.
You gotta start boxing when you're like 5'6", right?
6. I started 6.
Here?
Flip a nigga.
No, here I'm okay. Here I'm bad. Here I'm good.
Bang, bang, bang!
No, from
You gotta fix that.
From here, how to bow?
No, I can touch you still.
Listen, I have keys.
It don't matter. I got feet.
Oh, like you see, I'm like 2 meters from
It
you.
don't matter. I'm touching.
Okay, jab me.
Easy. You see that? You're out. You're out, gang.
Boxer versus wrestler. Who's gonna win?
You get hit first, you're done.
What about if boxer meets the
Then
punch?
it's weave.
Ended up with Mauricio. Can you tell us the timeline here? How did we end up with Mauricio Ruffy in LA?
So I supposed to fight with Charles, co-main event 5 rounds, and then I went for my training camp, and then they in 2 weeks after when I was in the mountains, they called me and said, we got a new name for you. It's Ruffy. I said, okay, no problem. So because I don't want to pull out and wait for the charge, because LA 5 rounds, it's a big card, and I haven't fought long time, and I need this fight. So, and yeah.
Arman Tsarukyan is about to enter the bout that will determine the way people think about his future. Mauricio Ruffy is a young, scary, explosive, and self-confident fighter who believes in his ability to shock one of the toughest contenders in UFC. Yet even before the two opponents meet inside the octagon, experts like Joe Rogan start analyzing why Arman is such a dangerous opponent. Ruffy's strengths lie in his speed and power, as well as his unpredictability, but Arman needs to demonstrate that he can use his wrestling and experience to neutralize the upcoming opponent.
I need a, no. I need a title fight. I need a title fight and become a champion, and I'll be the biggest star in UFC.
And if you win the title, who do you want more, Ilya or Paddy Pimblett?
Both of them same night. Easy, man, easy. But it's a nightmare for somebody.
Question for Dana. Dana, over here on your right.
The way to just, but that's an exciting fight. What's the other one? Ruffy
versus Arman Tsarukyan. I'm pumped. It's about time they gave Arman.
Yeah.
You say he was streaming so much. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, he got nothing better than fucking do.
Yeah, make money. But yeah, I think this fight I'm excited for because artistically, I am a big fan of Ruffy. As a person, he's a great guy. Like, salt of the earth, if that's how you say it. But just the striking, the flow, I think right now the best pad works on the gram. I like watching when he's hitting pads. Yeah. I don't, yeah, but he's a real fighter. He's not like a poser.
No,
he's
I know.
A real fighter,
You said best pads for the gram.
No. Best pads on the gram. On the gram. The best pads. Yeah. So, yeah, like, the way he moves, the way, like, he's so relaxed.
Yes.
He's got that style, like, his arms are just, like Ruffy. Sorry, Luffy from One Piece. But he's got the ball and chain style, I call it. Whereas his arms are like chains and then just cannonballs at the end of them. The way he whips it. And his evasiveness, the way he looks away from shots. Mixed martial arts. This is artistry, and I'm a big fan of that. So, I think Arman has got nice boxing, good kicks as well.
Yep.
But his kicks are flashy.
Yep.
Like, also, like, just sharp kicks. So,
but I would say Ruffy moves better. But Ruffy moves better on the feet. That's one thing that Arman's gonna have to solve.
Footwork. But distance. He's gonna need the distance.
Yes.
That's the thing. Ruffy's, that's the thing. If you give him space, that's how it works.
Yep.
So Arman is probably gonna close the distance ASAP.
Yeah.
As soon as possible. And I'm sure you guys will. You figure that out.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can't talk to him about that.
No, I mean I can, but I'm not as long as Ruffy. You know what I mean? Like,
of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could say, like, you have to almost play the same game that Islam did against Ian Gary. You stay out far enough where it's like, you can't hit me.
You don't not a threat until you're ready.
Exactly. And then once he does a spinning back elbow or a spinning kick and it misses, I'm on you like white on.
It's Arman versus Ruffy. If Ruffy beats Arman, he's going to fight Justin Gaethje next year. As unlikely as that is, let's be honest here, this is probably going to be a very one-sided fight, stylistically. After seeing what BSD did to him, this fight against Arman, it's going to be bad, man. I'm going to be honest, man. I think this is one of the more one-sided fights you can make. Because although Mauricio Ruffy is an excellent striker, he's very versatile, has flashy techniques, can knock you out with so many shots. His performances are stellar, but that's mostly against guys who weren't able to take him down. We saw what BSD did to him. BSD bullied Ruffy out there. And he's a far cry from Arman Tsarukyan's wrestling. Like, it's a whole different level. Arman's the best wrestler in this division. And the only guy that's close is Gamrot, but the difference is Arman's a lot more dangerous when it goes to the ground. He beats you up bad, cuts you open with elbows, tries to knock you out with ground and pound. He has excellent submissions, very top heavy. The guy's incredible.
And that danger is not going unnoticed, with Joe Rogan becoming one of the latest to highlight just how much Arman Tsarukyan has evolved. Rogan was particularly struck by the lightweight contenders wrestling, especially after seeing him work with high-level wrestler Lance Palmer and dominate the sessions. To Rogan, this was another reminder that Arman is far more than just a skilled grappler. His slick movement, technical striking, flexibility, and ability to make opponents miss have made him a nightmare to deal with. In fact, Rogan believes that if Arman were to face Ilia Topuria, the matchup would be a fascinating test between two extremely dangerous fighters.
Dude, the guy that I'm most impressed with in that is Arman.
Oh,
I can't believe how good he is as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Who's the dude he tech-falled?
Giorgio.
No. The Lance.
Oh, Lance Palmer.
That's
Oh,
right.
Lance Palmer.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, Lance was a legit
Palmer's
wrestler.
a legit wrestler.
For sure. And Lance
won.
was like, oh, he's never wrestled at my level. He's never wrestled guys at my level. Arman goes up there and tech falls him.
Right.
Bro, Arman
Giorgio
is
did
legit.
better.
Yeah.
But even Giorgio, like you watch those videos that he does, where he does like $100 to
Yeah,
take me
1,000
down,
or whatever
it is.
Yeah.
Arman is a fucking bad man, dude. He's a bad man.
I know it. Yeah.
If you wanted to fight for Ilya at 55, that's a very interesting fight.
100%.
Very interesting
I'd
fight.
for sure.
Because he's hard to hit. He's very slick and technical, super flexible.
Rogan's compliments for Arman extended beyond his performances in wrestling to include his progress in striking, in addition to the potential that Arman has shown during his UFC career. In considering the fight between Arman and Islam Makhachev, Rogan stated how Arman performed against Makhachev despite not being in proper training camp, according to reports. For Rogan, this performance showed that Arman was one of the elites. The frustration in Arman's rise can be attributed to the obstacles that have been encountered, including the missed shot at the title due to an injury on his back.
That's a problem.
Arman's fucking grip is so incredible, man. I'm just very impressed with him, man. Very impressed with his grappling. I just wish he could keep it together.
Yeah. I mean, his striking's not bad neither. Like, he's
Bro,
okay.
His first fight with Islam was very close.
Yeah.
Very close. First fight in the UFC.
Yeah.
I don't even think he got a full camp.
Probably not.
I think it was a short notice fight. And he fought very well. You know, he's at the. It's just like crazy that fuck ups have kept him from being at the top. And the missing the title fight was the big one.
Yeah.
That was the craziest one. Like his back hurt
The
in
day
the locker room.
before, like, come on.
This is not where the praises for Arman end, as even Israel Adesanya recognizes the potential Arman possesses. Adesanya feels that Tsarukyan should receive more credit than he receives currently, especially given the hurdles he has encountered on the way to stardom. According to Adesanya, Arman might have gotten the chance to fight Justin Gaethje, but after some time off, he has another shot at proving why he is one of the top talents around. Although his wrestling skills are often recognized first, Adesanya does not want fans to overlook his striking skills, which include surprising axe kicks to the face.
Yeah, but also Arman, a guy that I think should have probably fought Gaethje, but again, he's been having issues with the UFC.
Yep.
So he's taking time off, but now he gets to fight and showcase why he's one of the best. And I always think of Arman as a wrestler, but you forget how good his striking is.
Yeah.
Because I think the last time he fought, he threw an axe kick.
He said
And I remember thinking, like, when the that was an axe kick. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Like, he threw an axe kick, and I was like, when did he fucking? Because he gets up there as well with the hammer down. So yeah, that's an exciting fight.
The confidence in Arman is also echoed by Demetrius Johnson, who says Mauricio Ruffy is an opponent with whom Arman will have no room to relax due to Ruffy's reach, mobility, combinations, and spinning techniques. He says Arman has to apply pressure on his opponent throughout the match in order to succeed. Despite all that, Johnson still predicts a victory for Tsarukyan and says his victory will place him in contention for the lightweight title. Israel Adesanya agrees with Johnson on Ruffy being a dangerous fighter, but goes ahead and calls Arman among the few contenders who can challenge Islam Makhachev in the future. There is also a definite plan of action for dealing with Ruffy in the mind of Johnson. This includes the method of BSD, where he had to survive the early onslaughts by Ruffy, close in on him, and then force him into submission under heavy pressure. Johnson believes that Tsarukyan is physically well equipped enough to take that method and implement it in an even better way than BSD. Arman does not have to get involved in exchanges dictated by Ruffy, but he can simply endure the risky moments and make Ruffy engage in exchanges. Taking the battle a step further, Tsarukyan announced that he has been promised by UFC's executive Hunter Campbell that should he win, then he will have a fight with Justin Gaethje for the title. Even though there was nothing written in black and white, Arman believes that he has no reason whatsoever not to trust the promise made to him when he met Hunter himself. Arman could afford waiting for Justin, but decided to remain in action nonetheless. Thus, Arman Tsarukyan's upcoming match with Ruffy in Los Angeles is both a chance for him to gain more popularity and keep his title aspirations alive. Arman also understands that the stakes are enormous for Ruffy, even if this is not officially being treated as a title eliminator for him. Tsarukyan admitted that a win over him could be a massive leap forward for Ruffy, potentially putting the rising contender just one fight away from the title picture. That is exactly why Arman says he cannot allow the upset to happen. Meanwhile, when asked about his relationship with Dana White, Arman dismissed the idea of ongoing tension, saying the two have a normal relationship despite the questions surrounding their past disagreement. Arman also addressed why Charles Oliveira was no longer his opponent, saying he was told that Oliveira stepped away after the death of a close friend left him unable to train. However, Tsarukyan admitted he was confused by what happened afterward, pointing to Oliveira's quick return to training and the apparent scheduling of a fight with Diego Lopez. Arman questioned whether the situation could have been handled differently, while acknowledging that losing someone close is extremely difficult. Still, he believes Oliveira would naturally prefer the Lopes matchup over facing him, adding another twist to how this fight came together. YouTube commentator The Weasel sees a major stylistic problem for Ruffy, and he believes Arman could turn this matchup into a one-sided fight. While Ruffy has dangerous and unpredictable striking, The Weasel argues that his biggest weakness appears when opponents can consistently take him down. After seeing Benoit Saint-Denis pressure and dominate Ruffy on the ground, he believes Arman presents an entirely different level of wrestling. Tsarukyan is not only capable of getting opponents down, but also punishing them with ground and pound, elbows, and submissions, making his grappling a nightmare for Ruffy. And the Weasel believes the problem becomes even bigger once the fight hits the ground. He argues that Arman's strength, flexibility, and control make him extremely difficult to escape, while Ruffy already struggled against BSD wrestling. Although Ruffy has now moved to a new camp alongside Alexander Volkanovski, the Weasel says his grappling would need to improve dramatically just to deal with BSD, let alone Arman. He also points to Arman's speed, flexibility, kicking game, and underrated jab as weapons that could punish Ruffy even before the fight reaches the mat. So who do you think gets the job done when Arman Tsarukyan and Mauricio Ruffy finally collide? Is Arman really as big a threat as the experts believe, or does Ruffy have the weapons to shock everyone and pull off the upset? Let us know your prediction in the comments, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for more UFC news, predictions, and fight analysis.